Again, we say very good evening to you, Mr. Roberts. We're certainly happy and delighted that you found the time to be with us here this evening. Mr. Roberts, you'll be given a maximum of 2 minutes to give an opening statement. And at this time, the floor is open to you, sir, to give us your opening statements for 2 minutes. Mr. Roberts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, timekeeper, students of the Literary and Debating Society of the Albina Lake College Comprehensive School, Reverend Hodge, fellow candidates in the audience, parents, students, those listening via the internet, radio stations, we welcome you. This evening, it is indeed an honor to be here sharing with you in this series of debates organized by the Debating Society. I think that this is well worth of note, and we should give the students a round of applause before we go even any further for the job that they have been doing. I'm happy to be here as the representative for District Number 2, Sandy Hill, which comprises some 12 villages, to be addressing you this evening. I'm quite aware of the fact that I'm in the hot seat this evening, and unfortunately, my opponent in the district, I recognize her absence. Whether it's intentional or not, we're not aware. Needless to say, we must move forward, and if we seek to lead this country, it is important that when we are given invitations that we adhere to such. And I'm honored to be here this evening to the invitation of the Debating Society. Our young people are key to Anguilla's development and growth, and in every aspect that we can work with our young people, I think we should jump to that call. So therefore, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be representing the people of District Number 2, and I'm also happy to see that in the audience, there are some residents of District Number 2, and I welcome you especially this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. And helping me tonight with the questions will be students from the Literary and Debating Society. Okay, Mr. Roberts, it's all yours. And I have the distinct honor and privilege of posing to you the first question tonight. And you have 2 minutes in which to answer this question. Your fellow APP candidates have indicated that your party will take the recovery of the economy to be its biggest priority. What part will diversification play in APP's recovery strategy? If you'd like me to repeat, please indicate.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
And I say that's fine because the Anguilla Progressive Party is the only party that has put forward a draft economic plan for taking this country forward. That plan can be found on our website, www.appaxa.com. We recognize that the economy at this stage is in dire straits, and the Anguilla Progressive Party have put together this plan, this economic plan, which entails in the area of construction, for example. We recognize that we need to get the economy going. The economy needs to be stimulated. And we figure that construction is an avenue whereby we can get it going in the shortest possible time. And therefore, our plan, our 10-year plan, encompasses the approach of a reduction in duty on construction materials and supplies to the minimum of the 5% administrative costs. We figure that this is an area which will stimulate the economy, will get our men up and running again, and provide meals to the tables of our people. Our economic plan also entails, which is not new, the alien and holding policies which are there on the books to ensure we police this so that persons are actually abiding by these policies, and where they're not, where they're falling short, that we get them, we use the requisite fines and get these lands in use, because this is another area in which we can get the economy going. We also recognize that we need to look in the interest of our people, and therefore we think that in this hard economic time, that a food basket would be very critical, and therefore the reduction of duty on basic food items such as sugar, milk, flour, baby foods, and also our medication or drugs, for example, to waive or reduce the duty on these areas, we think is critical in moving the process forward. This is just some of the so many things, but I again would like to ask that you visit our website, www.appaxa, and we have a whole host of items outlined for diversifying the economy at this time.
Mr. Roberts, by way of a quick follow-up, what specific industry does the APP consider to be the most promising?
The most promising, we figure, would be the construction field, the construction industry, because we figure that this is an industry that will actually employ a larger percentage of our population, and it is one that will really stimulate and get growth going within our country in the shortest possible time. So the construction sector is one that we will look at.
Thank you so very much. It's now over to our first question from the students panel, and that question will be posed by Michael Matthew.
Mr. Roberts, you have 2 minutes to answer this question. Mr. Roberts, if you are elected to office, what ministry would you most be interested in taking up, and what experience or qualification will make you effective in this office?
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Not if. When I'm elected from 16 February 2010, the Anguilla Progressive Party has actually put together and identified various ministries, shadow ministries. And the shadow ministry that I will actually be holding is the Ministry of MICU, the Ministry of Information, Communication, Housing, what you formerly know to be as Public Works, that whole ministry. And again, as an employee of the Anguilla Electricity Company for the past 18 years, working alongside Cable and Wireless, Public Works to a certain extent, I think that this is an area that I have some interest in terms of moving the process forward. But again, because the organization structure within the Anguilla Progressive Party, it is not the one that I'm limited to, but it is one that I feel that I would want to best serve in, because I am an action person, I'm a doer, and I want to be in an area where I can see results, and therefore I have actually jumped for that particular ministry.
Mr. Roberts, what about his leadership style makes you think Mr. Brent Davis will be a good chief minister?
Mr. Davis, my party leader, is a very humble, a very knowledgeable, and a very caring individual. Mr. Brent Davis leads, and Mr. Davis is also one who's willing to take advice from others. And I think that he also has a direction and a vision for taking Anguilla forward. He's a young man as well, and a young man who sees things in a different light, and who has Anguilla at heart. And I am confident, my team is confident, the people of District 6 are confident that Mr. Brent Davis is indeed the best suitable candidate to lead this country at this time.
By way of follow-up, Mr. Roberts, and you were inside your 2-minute quota in your original response. Would Mr. Davis make a better chief minister than Mr. Fleming? Why so?
Mr. Fleming, Mr. Davis, we're talking about two totally different individuals. As I said earlier, Mr. Brent Davis comes to the table with, I think, a wealth of fresh and new ideas to take Anguilla forward. Mr. Fleming, on the other hand, who has sat in government for the past 20 years, I think it has reached the saturation point in terms of his 10 years to lead this country. We need persons who are willing to go out, think outside of the box, persons who are willing to take Anguilla to a new and different horizon.